Hi, this is eebtarot, 2 E's and a B tarot. I am reading for whatever comes out. If this reading resonates for you, like and let me know in the comments how it resonates. I would love to know. I've already pre-shuffled the deck. This reading is timeless. I'm also going to pull clarifiers. Whatever message needs to come out for the collective. So you have the Eight of Swords. You have the Eight of Swords. And to clarify, the Eight of Swords is a Page of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Some of you all could have recently gone to an apple orchard or done something like that. I saw when I was going through the deck, the hanged one or the hangman, Pisces energy. You could have water and fire in your chart. But the Knight of Wands, when I was asking for clarity on the Knight of Wands, it didn't come out, but I did see it. Clarity on the Hanged one, it was the Knight of Wands, so we'll address that. I also saw the World. It didn't come out, but it did call my attention. And the Six of Cups and the Four of Cups was with that. And something else that kind of came out, popped out on the ground, was the Six of Swords. There is some information, bottom of the deck is the Devil. There's some information you received that could really go one of two ways, to be honest with you. Either this is going to place you into complete anguish and stress and anxiety, or it's going to like activate you to say, you know what, been there, done that. I understand worry. I understand anxiety. I'm not always the greatest at controlling it, but I understand when it's rearing its head and it's peeking through. So what I'm going to choose to do, what I'm going to decide to do, what I'm going to opt for is, instead of allowing this thing that I'm avoiding, or that I typically would have avoided or have avoided in the past, I'm going to address it. The circumstance, I'm going to address it. Not in a way where I am beating a brick wall. You know what I mean? Where it's to no avail. It yields nothing but exerted, exhausted energy. But I'm going to actually, I'm going to instinctually and instinctively just move and stay focused on. It's like I'm feeling it, but I don't know if I'm finding the words to say it. Like, you are taking the emotional part out of it. You know what I mean? And just activating based on instinctive, necessary action. It had a lot to do with the fact that once you gained a greater understanding of what it is you needed to do, the shift you needed to make to say, I'm not going to let this take me under. I'm going to instead be actionary. It allowed you to accelerate into a space where you're actually seeing results from choosing to position yourself differently in this. There's a lot of new cycles that are starting just seasonally and astrologically and energetically. And it's a beautiful thing. People really are taken aback by change. It's jarring as shit, okay? It is. And unless it's Ed McMahon showing up to your door saying you a billionaire, right? It's like, even then, you know, what Biggie say, more money, more problems. Like, you know? So change, regardless, is a thing. And it's challenging. Change is challenging. So again, that 6 of Cups and that 4 of Cups, 10 of Cups, together is 10 of Cups. I think you are just opting, and it doesn't feel delusional. It doesn't feel delusional. It just feels necessary. Like you're ready to not do it the other way anymore. You're ready to not be burdened and bogged down by the other way anymore. And instead you're choosing to be unbothered and what is that, like, you're not just to be thrown in the wind and flopping around and flailing and panicked. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, I can only handle what I can handle, and I'm handling it. And the end. Okay, bye. You know? It's grounding you. Either that, or you are taking much more action to be grounded, which is probably what's aiding so significantly, among other things, in you being able to have this perspective. You're not interested in allowing yourself to be overstimulated and that create this mental prison, or this. There's also something that you were gonna do. No lie, you were gonna do it, and it may have been like something you were accustomed, at least recently, to saying, you know what? Because sometimes that fuck it mindset is a slippery slope, right? We can say fuck it and be like, fuck it, let's go, let's do it, right? Or it can be like fuck it and not address it, and now you got gangrene, you know, like. So don't get sepsis. Don't don't allow sepsis to set in, which you're not. So I'm preaching to the choir, right? We've already established that you're not on that. You're done with that cycle, and you're on to, you know what, I'm gonna actually just start actioning, because you will spend days and weeks worrying about a call you needed to make, an action you needed to take. And once you do it, once you actually just do it, you're like, oh shit, it's done. And I exhausted myself more watching it over there in the corner and doing nothing about it than just doing it. You know what I mean? And I know. I know. I trust me, I know. I know. Okay. My God. Oh. Okay. Some of y'all have kind of just laughed this shit off to the point of tears. Like, you know what? This is silly. This life shit is silly. And I'm not gonna allow this life shit to just I'm gonna be stressed my whole life? No. I'm gonna be stressed every time this no. Like this no, the no is you telling yourself this. Like, nah, I'm gonna do something else in a different way. And I feel good about it. I feel accomplished. I was checking in with myself, grounding myself, and blocking out anything that would even make me deter from what I need to do. Some of you all are also in separation with something that, and either this is somebody who feels like you have knowledge on them and they're in their own head like this, they're kind of paranoid, like is this distance because of something you know that maybe I didn't think you know or I hoped you wouldn't know. But regardless if you know or not, your distance is not centered around that. Your distance is legitimately, this is now what you've seen things from a different perspective. And again, that emotion has been taken out of it. And you're just simply like not with the bullshit. It's just, you're just not here for it. And it's not even like a rowdy, ain't here for it. It's just like, no, pass. Pass, no type of way, no type of feelings. And maybe you do have knowledge of something, even if it's, what do you call that? Like from the ether, like you don't have 3D proof, but you have enough proof instinctively you don't need no more. You know what I mean? And you just fine with moving on without the emotional exposure and the allowing like all these, you ain't interested in shaking the table. You're not interested in shaking the table. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, Devil. There was something where I feel like something became toxic. Yeah, you're gonna either you're finding out something that's going to continue to push you and allow you to stay motivated in this space of, it was best I remove my emotions from this and just focus on building and grounding and taking action without burnout or self-doubt or what do you call that, the imposter syndrome, like not letting other things weigh you down. I don't know, it was a B word I was looking for, but it is Knight of Pentacles. And the initial, these two flopped out, but the Wheel of Fortune. And actually, the previous reading I did, if somebody is maybe keeping a pregnancy or twins or birth or a starting over of a life, in that previous reading, Wheel of Fortune reverse is still in reverse here. And I shuffled the deck. But the Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, yeah. You moving on, and you're unbothered. Now, if somebody decides that they're going to bring it to your doorstep, you have no issue with addressing it, but you're focused on this newfound motivation you have and keeping the fire lit with that. The other stuff is just a distracticon and you're past it. All right. If this reading resonates, like, let me know in the comments, subscribe, and stay motivated. It feels good. And keep checking your boxes little by little or big by big. You know what I mean? Whatever you have learned recently, it's not going to deter you. It's actually going to allow that extra catalyst, that extra motivation, that turbo boost to continue, so you can continue on. And it's a beautiful thing. And I'm proud of you and I'm happy for you, because what? Who's stuck? You know, it's time for action, and you taking it, and you taking necessary action. So congratulations. And it definitely will, like I said, 6 cups, 4 cups, you're going to get your 10 of cups. It's heading that direction. That's where it's going, and that's what it's going to be. Until next reading, like, share, and be well, be blessed.